What the I was not expecting that. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be reacting to a song called Pisces by a band called Jinjer. Jinjer is a Ukrainian metalcore band formed in 2008. If you don't know me or know my channel, first of all, thanks for being here. It's wonderful to have you. I'm a classical musician who does a lot of musical theater as well. I sing a fair bit of pop and folk and things like that. And I've recently gotten into Nightwish, so that's kind of a new avenue for me. Oh my God. Since then, since I started with Nightwish, I've seen a lot of comments saying you need to react to Pisces, Jinjer. I've seen it everywhere, but they've been saying don't listen to it beforehand. So I haven't. And with Nightwish, I knew of the band. I hadn't really listened to any of their music before, but I knew of them. I knew kind of generally what their sound is. This, I have zero clue.
I understand nothing.
But I have seen quite a few comments and people are saying, do not listen to it beforehand. So here we are. I have absolutely no expectations. I don't know what I'm going to listen to, but I will react accordingly. And this is also a live session. And if you do know me, then you know I much prefer live performances because in a studio context, you know, there's so many things that they can do. They can make changes and it's just not as authentic as a live version. So I'm excited. I'm a little bit like sweaty kind of, and maybe a bit nervous because I don't know. I've never heard of Jinjer before. So I'm excited.
Suffering with smile, I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego heart, they can be big 'cause I'm selfless.
Nice. Okay. Very nice. So the singer is Tatiana. Really sweet voice. It's a little bit higher, smaller voice. And she kind of starts off some of her phrases with a little bit of that vocal fry, sort of to launch us in, which I think is nice and stylistic. It's actually quite gentle and quite calm. And I've noticed with metal and rock that the lyrics are actually really impactful. I think this was something with Nightwish that I wasn't fully aware of when I started listening to them, was how meaningful and how in-depth the lyrics are. So we have step forward and meet a new sunrise. A coward is shivering inside. Today, I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with a smile. Like, these poems are just incredible. Let's go back and listen to some of those vocals again. Maybe you'll hear that little touch of vocal fry that we hear at the beginning of each phrase.
Step forward and meet a new sunrise. A coward is shivering inside. Today I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with smile. I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego heart, they can be big 'cause I'm selfless.
What you also might notice is that the vocal tract, or the throat area and the neck and the face and everything, it's all very relaxed. And that's really important in rock and in metal, when sometimes the music can be such high intensity that you need to keep everything relaxed or else you're kind of screwed.
Still on my place, virgin.
What the I was not expecting that. That was incredible and unexpected. And it sounded like a totally different person. And I've never really heard that kind of thing before. Holy smokes. So everything I said about Tatiana having a sweet and calming, relaxing voice, all is still true, but there's another side to her voice. How does someone have such a night and day sound though? Like I can understand how she makes that sound, but how can it be so night and day? That's pretty incredible. I was wondering why the comments were like, do not listen beforehand. And then there were like some smirk emojis in there. That's why, because he wanted me to have that moment. Oh man, it's not very common that I am at a loss for words, but I am right now. So, okay, now that my heart rate has come down, let's go back and listen to that again. Holy smokes. Yeah, it's insane. That's so good. And now that I've had the initial reaction and the shock is still there. Did you notice that the throat and the face and everything was still really relaxed? That's incredible. Because maybe on the surface you listen to that and you're like, oh, she's shredding her vocal fold, like she is and doing some harm. But I don't think she is at all. Because I'm not seeing any like intense pressures and tensions. So this has been a revelation for me the last little bit, because at one point in time, many years ago, I thought that classical technique was like the end all be all kind of technique. And that's really not the case. It's not true whatsoever, because there are so many classical singers who have technique so bad. And I've learned in the last couple of years, in order to sing well and to have a decent career and to sing for more than 5 minutes, the technique has to be there. And Tatiana, she's got it. From what I've heard so far, she's got it. So when you do that growl or that scream sound, and if other reactors and other musicians have reacted to this video, which sounds like they have, maybe they've talked about this already, but we use something called the false folds, or their scientific name is the vestibular fold. And as I speak to you right now, I'm not using my false vocal folds, but if you want that kind of distorted growl sound, you can incorporate some false fold activity. In certain cultures, this style of singing or phonation is used in throat singing. And sometimes voice actors, even if they're trying to get a certain sound from their character, they'll use the false fold. Like it says here, the false vocal folds have a minimal role in normal phonation, so that's just me speaking with you right now, but are often used to produce deep, sonorous tones in Tuvan throat singing, as well as musical screaming and the death growl singing associated with various forms of metal. It's a really fascinating rabbit hole that you can go down. Let's keep listening. So I was laughing at the beginning of that section because it honestly, it boggles my mind how someone can just have such contrasting sounds. Like, that's unbelievable. Oh, like I thought that there was a difference between my opera sound and my musical theater sound. Like one is a bit more full and has maybe more vibrato, and another one is brighter and a bit or straight in its tone. But this is like another level. This is like 15 other levels. And I'm not super well versed in the repertoire of this kind of music, so I'm very interested to know what else should I listen to from Jinjer. So if you can leave the suggestions in the comments, that is absolutely what you need to do. But yeah, I'm almost at a loss for words. Not quite, because I always have something to say, but it's just, yeah. So I can appreciate both sides of the voice, that growl, that scream that was going on. To me, it sounded more like a rock scream because it's slightly higher. It's not like we're going into the absolute depths of the cave, but I find that with a growl, it's less clear than a scream. So maybe with this kind of thing, she's really going for that clarity. And tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, if I'm completely way off base with this, but just to my ear, it's slightly higher up and I'm getting the clarity still that I don't get with a growl. So Tatiana in this section is really showing some wonderful, wonderful vocal abilities as well, and a really good understanding of vocal technique. So what's impressive too is that she's demonstrating good technique in both arenas. So not just the regular singing, we'll call it, for lack of a better term, or sort of the standard vocal fold phonation, rather than the false fold phonation. She's showing good technique on both ends, and that is what impresses me the most.
I feel and shake my tail. I grew a different normality with unblameable morality. Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish.
Yeah, we're really lucky that we can access these kinds of recordings, and a live session is so fun to watch because you can see the physicality in her body. She's got a nice wide stance. She's moving around a lot to generate energy, which is going to help her with her airflow and connecting with her body to support that sound. Sounds really, really nice. Awesome. Let's keep going. I mean this in the most complimentary way, but it's like a demon. Like, oh my God. And, whoa. Okay, I know I don't expect that sound to come out of her. And I'm telling you, I don't judge a book by its cover, but if I saw her on the street, I would not expect that she could make that low sound like that. That's just incredible. And again, let me know in the comments if this rings true or if this is an idea that you agree with. But to me, it is very low in the voice. Like if you compare that to the standard regular vocal fold phonation, then it's much lower. However, I still get the clarity. I'm not being lost or pushed down in a sea of low tones. Like I've heard low operatic basses that kind of, they put it all in their face like this, and they really, really compress, and it's just kind of a nasty sound. I'm not getting that at all with this, which really impresses me. I don't know if this is a conscious thing from her to try and get that. I've gone back a few frames. Look at that posture. Is that a power stance or what? So the feet are very far apart. She's really, really grounding herself. And I think she's actually getting more airflow and more control of the body with that kind of stance. Like, yes, she's like this and she's really giving it her all, but she's fully in control of her sound. And that's what's really impressive too. I'd love to know more of the technique on this. I'll do some more research and figure out exactly what's going on. But this is fascinating to me because I teach singers all day, every day. That's what I do. I'm a vocal professional. I'm a voice teacher. And we talk about technique all the time. And because I do a lot of musical theater and pop and classical music, we're really always going for that clean tone. But it's so fascinating to work on the distorted side of sound and how the technique is similar, because I know it's very similar, but what are the key differences there as well?
With all the roads for death, still among beliefs, virgin innocence, one being brings life. With all the roads for death.
Like, I listen to that and there's a part of me that tenses up because I'm like, oh, that just sounds painful. But then I actually listen to it on a deeper level and I watch her and that all really fades away. A big thing for me is when I watch a performer, do I cringe? Do I tighten up when I watch them? And with Tatiana, I'm relaxed. I'm cool as a cucumber. Let's keep going.
Neptune's child, shivering inside, drowns in a liquid gold. Cherish his life to the underworld. Make me flashing when the winter cries.
She has such a beautiful sound. And not to say that that growl is not a beautiful sound, because it is in its own way, but that sound is just pure and it's clean and it just gives off this essence of, I don't know, of beauty and depth. There's a depth to it that I really, really enjoy.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, long-cutting tables of callous men, wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
Oh my God. I think they put a black screen at the very end so that you can see your face at the end. Like, oh my God. For most of the song, there was a section of our true vocal fold singing, and then there was a section of that distorted growl scream thing. But this ending was really ping-ponging back and forth. And she proved to me that her technique is good. Oh, I'm getting so excited about this. She proved to me that her technique is good because she did a real distorted growl and it was really, really intense. And then immediately she hit this beautiful high belting sound, which she would not be able to do unless the technique was good all the way through. Yes. Yes. Like she would not be able to sing so beautifully all the way through if the technique wasn't rock solid. So she knows what she's doing and she did that high belt. The high belt came out of nowhere and it was clean and it was beautiful. Wow. Let's go back and listen to that final section again and I'll shut up.
Shivering inside, drowns in a liquid gold. Cherish his life to the underworld. Make me flashing when the winter cries.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
mouth space that she creates in there and just gets this beautiful ringing belt. Like she could sing musical theater. Maybe she does. I don't know. Ah!
Don't suffocate in painful tortures. Long-cutting chambers of callous men. Wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away. Emeralds are whipped away. Emeralds are whipped away. Emeralds are whipped away.
That was very high, but still in that, ugh. This is fascinating. I haven't been this intrigued and curious about a song, about a singer and a style in a long time. I know you have a lot of information and a lot of recommendations for me. Please, please, please put that in the comment section. I need to know all of the information. If you want your recommendations to go to the top of the list, Patreon is the place to go. So if you click the link in the description, it'll take you to my Patreon. You can sign up. There's some really, really great tiers in there that you can choose from. Join the community, engage in the conversation. There's a lot of really great things happening on there as well. You get bonus content, extended coverage of videos, a lot of cool things happening on Patreon. Because I think we need to do some more reactions to Jinjer, some Tatiana, additional bands, additional singers that you want me to take a look at. Yeah, I think we need to go down this rabbit hole. This was incredible. I'm gonna go listen to it again. I'm gonna end this video here though. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and click that little bell icon next to subscribe so you get a notification the next time that I post. Let's leave it there. Love you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.